So in today's video, I'll be breaking down how I made just over $6,600 in about an hour of trading SPY options. So let's get straight into it. So when I look at the S&P 500, I like to start off on the higher time frames. So let's see what's going on. So we can see we've been overall on a healthy uptrend, higher lows, higher highs, higher low, higher highs. We've been riding the 90 EMA, which shows this has been a pretty aggressive bullish move. We haven't really tested the 21 in quite some time, and looking back, we finally did get to touch it right here, the 21. Not quite, but we did get some relief and we got a pretty strong bounce move recently. But I'm going to be explaining the trade I took on the 21st of November. So let's look at the daily. So when I first took this trade, I was looking at the daily chart, and the first thing I see is that we are kind of in this range right here. So we can see this has been pretty much the range. And if you're curious why I drew it like this, we had a gap up on the 20th. We opened over here, came up, came back down, tested it, didn't really close below it, held it, move up, came over, came back down. You can see these three candles been rejecting the top of the range, so you can even maybe draw it up a little bit, but get the idea. Is just this is a range. So came back over it, failed to hold it, sellers came in, pushed it back down, tried bouncing and holding on the 7th of November. We bounced, tested the top of the range again, pretty bearish candle. We got a hanging man, came back down, broke below the box, and this is where we looked like it was going to sell off. Clearly it's been pretty weak, especially after making a lower high and breaking the previous lower low. So this could be this seemed like a shift in trend, which could change the next move of the market. So once we did break below this range, we kind of held it, tested it on right here on November 19, came below, gapped up. The gap did not last. We just slammed right back down. Sellers did not like this price over here. They came back down, and this is where the 21st came in. This is where we took our trade. And when we're looking at the 4 hours, first of all, I like to turn off pre-market hours. Not much action or volume happens there, and I feel like you can't really draw any strong values from that area. So when I take that out, remember we still have this range right here, and you could see it clearly more on the 4 hour. We've held it twice, came back, broke below it, gapped up, broke down, and this is on the day where I take my trade. You could see on the 1 hour, the gap up that happened the day before. Literally broke below this range right here, and this range is a balance of fair price. So sellers slammed right back down, went straight through it. We tested the other end of the balance right here, and we did quite hold it, and we did get a low balance, come back down. And if we were to just draw the chart out like this, I mean, this does not look very bullish at all. I mean, we just broke pretty big structure over here. We failed to hold these balance right here, and honestly, like, this was a pretty important level we broke, and there wasn't much support below. So it looked like we kept building over here, but apparently not. We did have like a lower level though. Like, you can kind of see right here we have like a little gap we got a pretty gap right here. Kind of act as support before, came back into it, and we bounced back up. And on the day we took the trade, let's get a little closer into the 15 minutes. I like to draw out the volume profile from the day before. So view from right here to here, we can see that we have a range right here, and this is like where you can see supply. Yeah, you can see this is basically a range or a balance of fair price buyers and sellers both agreed on. So after this big move down yesterday, we had some fair price over here and over here, but kept coming down. So I use these pivots, determine the next day and see how it reacts at these levels. And looking at this time frame, you can also notice there was like a trend line like right here that we've been holding up, you know, from right here. Held it, came back, tested it, came back down. Now we're coming back up. This is a trade I started to notice that I can enter puts at. And before I take a trade, I like to look for at least 3 elements, pretty strong elements that confirm my setup. So the first one being is we had a back test of this trend line. 2 is this value area right here of fair price from yesterday's session became the buyers and sellers did not agree at this price. So I was looking see if we were going to reject this range, and if we did, that'd be pretty bearish because, you know, buyers and sellers want to agree at a lower price. So, and the third one being is we had some pretty strong resistance, as you can see right around here. I could even pull this further back and you can see this acted at pretty strong resistance. We failed to hold it, came back down. Even on the gap up, we struck right through it. So I was definitely watching this level, and when I go to the 5 minutes, you can actually see that this candle from yesterday acted as a supply zone. And I like to draw my supply zones like this. If I really wanted get a stronger and more precise supply zone, I would draw like this, basically where the candle opened up and where it tested the highs. And this is a supply zone because this is what it caused a massive breakdown, so a massive move down. So I would look at this level again to see if sellers will come back to this and see how it would react. Remember, I always like to see how price reacts at certain levels, so don't just blindly take trades when it hits certain levels or supply zones or anything like that. So this is another more precise supply zone, so I can take this out. It's still this value area of fair price. So rejection of entering this fair price shows that buyers and sellers do not agree at this price, and they're gonna explore prices at a lower range. So I first took this trade at right around here, and I started to fully scale in around here, this whole general area. So I alerted my Discord, I entered the trade around 214, so I entered around right here, and you can see when this candle printed right around here, this was a pretty good sign to enter, as this lined up with the back test of the trend line and supply zone I had. So this doji candle kind of gave me a sign to start entering my trade. Came, massive slam down, came back up, retested, back down, and we kind of just came into this previous resistance right around here. We've tested it, we held it up pretty well, but you take a look, we've really been tightening up over here. So this basically means like there's going to be a big move in either directions. You can even draw like a little wedge, whatever you call it. So you can see it's getting really tight, and it was starting to converge with these EMAs right here. So I still held my position. You can see at 330 is when I started scaling out. So right around here, I started exiting my trade. You know, breaking this previous resistance, previous support into resistance was a pretty bearish sign for me. And this is also, you can draw a range. So remember, these ranges act like balance levels. So if it breaks to the top level, I'm looking to expect it to touch the bottom level. So I started scaling out as soon as we came into this bottom range, and we came back up, retested the top, couldn't hold it, came back down. But I was already all out around here. I did have some runners, but I got stopped out on this move up because I was already back at break even, because market was starting to close in about like 30 minutes, and these ERDTs do not like moves that go against it such close to when the market closes. So I got stopped out pretty quickly at break even, and you can see I 250%, I'm all out, and I got out at 6.6k. So that wraps up today's trade recap. If you found this helpful, make sure to leave a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. I'll be putting out more videos just like this, breaking down my trades step by step, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.